Alright guys, welcome back. So this is gonna be an insane replay, alright? So for those of you that remember the level 1 deck, right? I decided to revisit it and I was like, let me see how this works, because look, watch, okay, so I win dice roll. I mean, I win the RPS and I'm going up against Dragon League, right? And okay, so already you see all the bricks that you already know. Okay, you have to play this because you're playing the Reflector package, and you have to play Cold Wind because you're playing like the Hulk, the Auroradon, right? You're playing all that stuff. But then you're still playing the Fusion Destiny, and you're playing the hand trips as well. So it's like, it's very simplistic, very straightforward type of strategy. It's like a 1-card Hulk, and then if that fails, then you have like your contingency plan, which is like a Verte or Fusion Destiny play. And but you'll see what I mean. This is insane. Okay, so I do effect, he gammas, and then I go Fusion Destiny. I was like, okay, that's worst case scenario, right? So I look at his hand, and I'm like, well, I mean, I didn't see his hand, but like from what you see now, I'm like, okay, I think I should be fine, because like I have Nibiru if I get overwhelmed, and I have DPE, you know, to deal with that, to pair that with a pretty neat dynamic that it makes kind of weird for him. And if I'm playing against like a backward deck, then DPE alone can be quite oppressive, you know. So then he goes Chaos Bait, and this is where I'm like, oh, this is where Nibiru's gonna be huge. Nibiru's gonna be amazing because like I can like sequence out the Nibiru and the DPE, right? So then I chain that so he wouldn't get to search, right? Because not in his deck. And then he just summons that and goes to LP, and you get that. So then I'm like, okay, I should be fine then, because like worst case scenario, that's like an imperm or like some type of generic trap, or at worst a tiding. And I can just change the tiding, you know, and I have droplets, and it was like I have a good backup. There's just no way I feel like I'm gonna lose. Like this is just no way. So I go Battle Phase, and then he goes tiding, and this is where I thought like it wouldn't bounce. So I pop this, and I'm like, oh wow, okay, that's like, okay, so this is like one of my misplays on my behalf. So I was like, look at that. So I draw righty. I foolish this one last turn because I needed to be able to get this guy in rotation for the following turn, because I knew that Ash and Nibiru and droplets could hold him off, and then I can just go righty and pop off, you know, because to have the Hulk play. Go effect, and right here, this is where I get too conservative. I get way too conservative. I respect the Nibiru because I'm like, what if he has Nibiru? If he has Nibiru, then I'm like, I'm in trouble. I mean, I guess I can still have my Nibiru and Ash, but I'd rather slow roll it because I know he didn't do anything the last turn. So I was like, well, I have this anyways, so I can like go for the Auroradon play next turn, right? So right here, I'm like contemplating, like, do I just go for it? But then I was like, he's just been passing so much. But I think he has like a bunch of hand traps. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know. Let's see what this goes. Look. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm like, what the? This thing starts popping off. I was like, okay, well, alright, we'll see. Okay, I go Cosmic. He bounces. He gets the thing, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, because I have a lefty play, and I have a Savage play. Now, you know, it's gonna be good. Cupid pitch, burn for 8, search. He crows the Hulk. I'm like, oh my god, okay, that should still be okay. I have Nibiru and Droplet still. I go attack the 0 defense, and then attack directly, and he's on a clock. Like, what's he gonna do, right? He searches the freaking Tracer. Okay, set the droplets, and he just, I'm like, okay, what's he trying to do? And then, okay, I knew that was pretty obvious. Then he goes for the quad bro. I'm like, oh, well, hold on. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna Biru. And then right here we're top decking, right? We're both top decking at this point. He draws into, I think, yeah, draws Tracer. So we're both top decking right now. I draw Ogre, reveal it because I want to draw the Celestial Draw and just hopefully get something going. And I draw Fusion Destiny. I'm like, oh my god, this is so bad. I'm out of lefties. And I'm like, I better not lose this. After like my hand was insane. Well, my hand wasn't insane. I mean, after like I was ahead, like, you know, I was like, I gave him too much credit. I should not have given him the turns that I gave him, and that was just annoying. I was annoyed at this point. I was super annoyed at this point. I'm like, oh my god, what can I draw? If I draw any monster, because I can try to bait him into thinking like, okay, I can use this, and I drew something better, you know, so he'll let this resolve. and then I can just summon something and then make like a unicorn, you know, and that won't be enough, but like I can like, you know what I mean, like it'll just, yeah. Let's go through and I just scoop. Okay, I can do anything. I should have won that one. There's no way. I gave him too much respect. Okay, so right here we're contemplating because we're on Discord, and I was like, so do I just go all out, or should I respect the viewer again? Because like in this particular build, I'm playing Sam. I'm playing Stardust sub mode. So I was like, let's take the conservative route because I have Ogre and Lancia, so that should be sufficient enough, right? So then I go, okay, and he does have the Nibiru. Look at that. He does have the Nibiru. That's pretty scary. Then I go for the Stardust play. I'm like, hey, the only thing I lose to is Ash, and then even then I still have Ogre, Lancia, right? So right here, I was like, oh, I don't want to lose I don't lose to a Gamma here, so I would just like not like shock on the Lancia. So I gotta get him to commit something on the board. And same thing with Ogre. I don't want Ogre this because what if he has Lancia? I mean, Gamma just gives him like a free resources. Just for that. That's just all fine. This is all fine. I mean, Lancia is like pretty huge right now, and I negate that with that. I was debating on negating using Ogre for that, but I felt like keeping the Ogre, then like it's not game. He can't OTK me, and if he tries to OTK me, then I have the Ogre, you know. And then I draw Sanctum. This is side decking, right? This is side deck. And then I gotta let's just go for it, man. Let's go for a oh, I misclicked right there. I was like, oh, misclick. Let's go for a Verteplay because we're still playing around the Nibiru because he can go like, okay, bounce this and then Nibiru me. So that was okay. That's fine. I was going for the Verteplay, negate it, use effect. That's fine. I feel safe with this one because I'm gonna have a DPE, a Stardust Assault mode, and an extra deck lock or a Scythe lock or a Lancia lock, which I saw out pretty good. So attack, comes back, summons that. I right away just summon the Scythe, lock him out. I let it go through. That's fine. I don't want to like have him go like I don't know. Just don't want to do it. Set a DP for the end phase. Pop the tiding. Special the lefty. Celestial draw. That Celestial draw is insane. I joined to Lancia. I'm like, oh my god, this is over. But I miscalculate because at this point I'm just excited. I'm like super excited about the deck. I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. It's working pretty good. I mean, of course, you had like a bunch of bricks, but like nonetheless, it was still exhilarating. It was still fun having to summon Stardust and DP in the same deck. Like that's cool. Goes tiding and yeah, I just go attack. Okay, that's fine. Attack. I should have attacked with DPE first, and then these two would have gone through. You know. So then I shotgun and then go Lancia. I go. That's fine. Continue. That's fine. Continue. Because IP pop the IP. And then this is where I'm like, okay, it should be over. But just in case, I don't want to take any chances. I'd make a Herald, have double bomb, negate. Like, just, you know. And it's crazy. He had Nibiru the entire game. That was crazy. Freaking Nibiru. Okay, so then now, look at this hand. Oh, this hand is freaking horrible, dude. This hand is like, I drew the garnet. I drew this, I drew that, I drew this. Like, this 3 garnets. Like, and look at his hand. He has like, yeah, he has a good hand. So then here we go. I'm like, what's he gonna do? The only way I can get out of this is if like I draw like a imperm or something to bait one of the negates. Because I have 2, you know, I can kind of play around the bounce because I can just go battle phase, you know. And I was like, I only I can get into. Oh, right here. I'm like, oh my god, what if he returns my Stardust Summon? I'll be perfect. And out of all the garnets, he returns back to the lefty. I was like, what the fuck? So he has hot red, a bounce, and I draw it. I freaking draw. This is what I was hoping for. I was like, I need to draw droplets. So he has a bounce, an IP quick effect, and another bounce. So I can force everything, right? Because I have double ways to get to Hulk, and this is what's cool about it. Because this is like a really good, like a toolbox deck. It's taking full advantage of what Star Reflector can go into, which is yeah, pretty cool. So effect, he doesn't negate it. I go effect. Okay. Effect. And this is where I think he was thinking. He was thinking I was only going to Hulk and he was going to negate the Hulk. But no, I increased it by 2, so it's a 6 plus 1, it's a 7. And you know what we're playing? We're playing Yazi. Yazi and we're playing. You best believe we're playing Memmer. So okay, so I pop it, and this is where okay, it's over. I know his hand. I know his field. I know his grave. There's nothing you can do. I was like, oh my god, that was freaking insane. If I didn't draw that damn droplets, I would have just lost. Right here, this is where I was going. I was kind of losing it because once again I was overwhelmed. I was like, oh, wow, like the options you have with this deck is insane. And I made it over. I overcomplicated it. I was like, it should not be this complicated. So then I think, okay, let's just go for the Yugioh. Let's go access code and just go for game. And I drew freaking 3 bricks. Oh my god, that was crazy. All right, so here's the list. So it's very straightforward, right? Like a bit of hand traps with a few starters, but damn, look at the garnets. Look at all the garnets. I mean, you have to take the deck for what it is, right? It's meant to be like versatile in the sense that you have all these options and all these routes. Of course, if you draw one, if you draw the wrong side of the deck, of course it's gonna be horrendous because like you do not want to draw this. You don't want to draw into like your Stardust mode. You don't want to draw this. You don't want to draw. I mean, this is okay because you just, I guess, take this out of the deck. You do not want to draw Memmer. Do not want to draw any of this, guys. Like it's like garnets. Like so many, but it's like a bunch of good stuff. You know, which is kind of like the OCG. Like they have this particular deck. That's what they call it over there. But nonetheless, like the options you have are insane because the seating is just crazy. Like of course you have to take the good with the bad. Like, you know, like it's unfortunate that it has to be that way, but the fact that you have all these lines of play that you can't do, it makes it hard to anticipate, right? That's really good in this game. Like, be able to out clever and be able to like do these niche things that typical decks wouldn't be able to do because they're bound by a particular archetype or a particular streamlined strategy, right? Whereas this is like this can go any way. They can take this any route you want. You know, like it's just wild. Like one card does the whole board, right? With 3 omnis, or you can just like, you know, like it's just crazy. So 3 beer, 3 ash, 3 righty, 2 lefty because you need a follow up to be able to like because otherwise like if you just have one, if you have the grave effect, you can't push for a verte play. You know, like and that was really important. I feel like you need to have that. Caligo for the search, right? Just to have another body for Cupid pitch, and then just have it be either a material for the Marcher play or just, you know, just leak material. And of course the 1 Sam because like it makes teleport 1 card Omni, which is insane. Like if you open up this and this, is crazy because you have an Omni and a Disruptor, which is all insane. And then of course you have a Assault Beast, Star Reflector, Recover, just another like extender, right? And then the Devil in 1, of course you need that the other teleport target, right? So these are your psychics, and then of course you have your heroes for the Fusion Destiny. The Strudo, Yazi. These two just go together. The Colt Wing, and then this is like another like extender, because all you need to do is fulfill a normal summon, and you can special summon these as many times as you want, and it just link climb, just material. Its second effect is not the greatest, but it comes up. It's like a little nuke where, like, if one of your monsters battles, you can just, like, destroy the monster that battled. It's pretty cool. And then, of course, you have Teleport, Fusion Destiny, 1 for 1, Call by the Grave, Double Cosmic for Sight Locks, just backward X, droplets, like, in 1 minute game, it was insane. A few more extenders, like, of course, they require a little bit more of an establishment, because, but the moment you resolve the moment you make Hulk, this is live, you know? And you can revive like your Aurorodon, which is pretty cool too. Not bad. And Foolish, Reborn, the Garnet, and then double Infinite Impermanence. And the side deck is very straightforward. Like whenever you go first or whenever you go second, the lances go in. Right now it's pretty good. You get PK. If you go first, you want to just lock them out of the extra deck, and just almost every deck loses to this, which is insane. Evenly matched, Duster, the third Cosmic, like reboot. Pretty straightforward cards. Pretty straightforward. Draw, just like a blanket, you know, just when you try to get a resource, just drop that. And then the extra deck was like very I guess straightforward in a way. You have like the generic Hulk lineup, right? Like this is the one you need, this Hulk and Aurorodon. and then DPE of course. And then of course we're playing the Stardust. We're playing the Metal Marcher because there's times where like you want to tag the Hulk out for something, and this gives you resources for the following turn, which is insane. Yeah, and it just comes up, and then we go Stardust because you can make the one card Omni. Yazi, just you can make it easily, and then just like climb through Mermer, which is insane. X's Code, just a generically like really good card. Hulk, and then you need like a backer pop, and then and like a backer or a monster pop, which is Unicorn's like the perfect card to do so. And then you have Link Rebo because sometimes you need to link away the one of the memory tokens, or even these guys when they get negated. And yeah, it helps you Nightmare Climb more often than not, because you could just like you can't make you don't want to waste your actual memory on a different name type of thing, because you need different names and stuff or different type of monsters. And then Rodon, and then of course you have the Verte play, because as a contingency plan you want to be able to like, you know. But that was insane. That was a pretty cool game. As will be. I hopefully enjoyed the video. Let's subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching.